Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Namaste to you all. So here I am, once again, coming from the anchor hold at Namaste Lake Chapala. And it has been a beautiful, beautiful experience. I don't even want to say thus far because it feels like an eternity. You know, it's like we talked yesterday. We talked about eternity. We talked about time and how it's easy to think that eternity is a really, really long time and how boring that would be. And that's not what eternity is at all. Eternity is right now, in this moment, happening, expanding in this moment, right now. And that's what it's felt like here in the anchor hold, is just being present with right now, with this eternal holy moment. And in doing so, certain things become very clear and very simple. And the thing that is becoming most clear to me is that only love is real. Only love. I think the problem with split mind perception is that it is constantly asserting love and, or you could say God and it would be the exact same thing, because the other simple line that has just flooded my consciousness today and should flood the consciousness of each one of us every moment. I think this is the closest we can come, this one statement, the closest we can come to the experience, because once we break into this, the experience is automatic. And that line is, God is but love, and therefore, so am I. Can there be a higher statement than this? God is only one thing, love, only love. And because I am one, I am that. I am that love. And then it becomes very simple. It becomes very complicated when we live within the God or love and this and that, because there's an endless stream of ands, of other things. But when everything flows through the lens of love, everything becomes very simple, very clear. And it may be easy to accept this intellectually, but it's not the intellectual acceptance that we're going for. I know every single one of you have accepted that intellectually. I don't think there's any of you that are going to say, no, I don't believe that, or are going to argue with me on this. But to drink that in, to breathe it into your lungs and to live it, this is why we're here. So I thought we would maybe in that light start off with a simple chant this morning. And it's so simple and so clear that there are only a couple of words. Let me remember. Only love, that's right. Only love. That's 3 times. And then finally on the 4th, love alone. I found myself just singing this morning. I went into my little tiny bedroom, which, you know, is barely big enough for the twin bed. And I found myself just sitting there singing this over and over for like a half hour. And it just takes me so deep, and I know it'll do the same for you. So join me in this. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Drink that in now. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Only love, feel that now. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Let it be this simple. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. 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 Okay, now let's give it all we have. Don't hold anything back. Only love, only love, only love, love alone. Only love, only love, only love, love alone, love alone, love alone, love alone, love alone, love alone, only love. So let that take you. Just let that one truth take you completely, because it is that simple. If we would just only let it be that simple. In fact, today's message is very simple as well. This came to me last night as I was meditating, and it struck me as so clear and so important in its simplicity. So let me share this, and then we'll have a little talk about it. It says, the opposite of good is not bad. The opposite of good is non-being. The opposite of true is not false. The opposite of true is non-being itself. The opposite of beauty is not ugly. The opposite of beautiful is non-being itself. Only goodness, truth, and beauty are real. And what does not exist can have no effect. Once again, only goodness, truth, and beauty are real. Only they are real. And what does not exist can have no effect. Goodness is like a bed you lay upon which comforts you while you sleep. Truth is like a pillow which supports your head and allows you deeper rest. And beauty is like a blanket which keeps you warm while the cold wind blows around you. Trust these three and you will find safety. Honor these three and you will find rest. Love these three and you will remember who you are. Goodness, truth, and beauty. It's like the Trinity. They form a wholeness, a unity that is the only thing that is real, and nothing else is real. And if we can just trust that and allow that, then it becomes the blanket, the pillow, the bed that hold us, that caress us. We just have to trust that. And as it says, realize that everything else is non-being itself. It is not there. It is not real. Anything that seems to contradict beauty and truth and goodness and truth and beauty, anything that seems to contradict these things has no effect and therefore cannot be real. Only that which is real can have effect. And this is the whole thing right there. This is everything. If we would just let it be that simple. And that's what's happening to me in the anchor hold, is everything is becoming very simple, very clear. As I accept that only love is real, and God is love, and therefore so am I. If I could just live within these truths, then everything else happens on its own. So I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to overcomplicate it further, but I would love to hear what Vicky has to share to make it even more practical. So Vicky, good to see you, darling.
Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning. And boy, I love this. It's that what I'm feeling is that experience of being. That's what integration is. That we're at a place now to be that love everywhere, whether it expresses as truth or beauty or goodness. That And when I see or feel that I'm not, what I'm experiencing is some kind of tension. That's what came to my mind as you were speaking. And that tension is nothing but some judgment somewhere. And it's some expectation but it's a tension. That's how simple it is. That's why the bed was a good analogy. Either we're resting in that bed with a pillow and a blanket,
Thought you
and
would like
it's like,
that one in particular.
I love that one. Me take to my bed. I love that one because we either rest fully or we're restless. And what is restless but a tension against love? That's all it is.
Mhm.
And our thinking ego mind would try to elaborate and complicate what's so simple, that if it's tension, let it go. And what a good analogy, and just fall down and rest in the love that bed offers, that because love is the bed, the truth, the goodness, the beauty. It's all what love is, aspects. And that's what we're called to be, radiate that. The time, like yesterday when you guys were talking and Teddy said brothers instead of teachers, it's because it's the time for brotherhood and brothers to be in the experience of just loving, no matter what's going on, no matter what anyone's saying. We are really all called in every tradition to radiate oneness by loving each other. That's the shift right there. And eternity and the holy instant, that eternity is a constant state that sometimes we focus our attention on or we don't. And the easiest way to focus our attention on it is simply to love all the time as a focus. That's keeping our mind on the eternal. That's that shift into the holy instant. And in the Course, I love Jesus says, all love is maximal. There aren't degrees of love, because love is that constant state of being that we are. And it's our willingness to finally put our attention on it that allows us to radiate it, to be the experience of it, to be that in every situation, every relationship, when someone thinks of us, when someone greets us, or we meet someone else. That's all we're being called to do. And the rest does unfold by grace. Grace is another word for love expressing itself. And it doesn't need our help or our direction or our tension. Our tension is the obstacle in the way. And when we can acknowledge it, we can let it go. We can be willing to love instead of being tense. And if it starts with loving ourselves, that's why it's no resistance. We have to be so honest and accept ourselves where we are. We're not the agents of change. We are the recipients, the willing being here in time to allow the change from tension to love, from holding a separate idea of everything, of will, of whatever, to relaxing into a state of being that brings its own direction, not one that we have to make up and then implement. So I thank you, Jimmy. I love you. And I love this because what you are inviting us to is this full attention on God, the divine, love, beauty, truth, on love. And full attention brings the kingdom into focus. Thank you.
Full attention and love. I like that. That's exactly what it is. Full attention and love instead of love and. That's split attention. That's split mind. And split mind is the problem, as opposed to unified mind. But it can't be a real problem because it's impossible for wholeness to be split. And that's the real truth. That split is only in your mind or your imagination. So it can't have real or lasting effect. Only beauty, truth, and goodness have total and lasting effect. And those bring us into that experience of love that you're describing, Vicky. And how simple is that? We just have to allow and to step into only love, love alone. We can just remember those words and just let them sing through us throughout the day. Everything else becomes so simple.